I don't know who you are, but I'm Samuel G, and we're going to shoot it for a few minutes. Thanks for showing up. Hey, let's go right to the local scene. You talk about a tornado hitting here the other night. Jim Danley in trouble up at Eaton for his job coaching the Eaton Reds baseball team? Well, I'll tell you what. It makes no sense to me, but I understand that there are standards they want certain coaches to live up to, and this has turned into a mess, and it has really gotten to a point where who knows how it's going to end up. I'd love to be at that meeting next week when he meets with the school board. It sure seems like it's just a little more than what you'd expect them to come out with for a guy who's won 11 state championships, 3 times National Coach of the Year. What's a guy supposed to do? Crazy nowadays in the high school ranks. You never know who's on your side and who isn't. You get the wrong guy on your side, you're in trouble. Let's stay local and go back up on the hill to the University of Northern Colorado, where we're just a day or so away from the season opener in football when they play host to Western State University of Colorado. Now that's Western State, the old college over in Gunnison. They're going to come over the mountain and play the Bears, and you got to realize they're pretty tough. They're a Division II team, but they play in a tough conference, of course, one that features the Division II national champion CSU Pueblo, and Western did give them a good game last year. And of course, Western features one of the best running backs in the country in Division II, and a former Eaton kid, Austin Eckler. And UNC is going to have to stop Eckler to stay on the field and put up some points and make this a FCS team against a Division II team type score. We'll see how that pans out. Otherwise, locally, Valley softball finally getting off the schneid a little bit. Couple wins this week, which is nice to see with young kids, but we're seeing big roster turnovers in a lot of the high school teams and a difference in success levels, and it's almost like rebuilding for a lot of them. And you know, a lot of the stars that have been around here for 4 or 5 years are down the road, and we're seeing some different results, and it's kind of nice to get into a refreshing type stage, but in a sense we realize how spoiled we are with great high school athletes around here. Now let's go nationally. I know you, if you're like me, can't wait for the NFL to start. I'm sick and tired of the preseason, exhibition, practice games, whatever you want to call them. They're playing guys that aren't going to be around in a week. Get them over with. Nobody cares. Nobody watches. Nobody goes. Let's get to the real NFL when Sunday afternoons start meaning something. And let's go stay with the NFL. Tom Brady? Well, that was just one ego beating another ego. Roger Goodell had to take his ball and go home this week when the arbitrator, the judge, ruled in Brady's favor. No suspension for Deflategate. Brady can now bust his buttons and play the games. Of course they're going to appeal it. Who knows when this thing will finally be settled? Who cares? Somebody asked me the other day also, have you stopped following the Rockies? And I hate to say it, my answer was, what season and what year? Yeah, I have. Who follows them anymore? They're not doing anything. They're out of the pennant race. I forget they're even on television. It's getting old, isn't it? The Rockies are terrible. Nobody cares. We have to rely on other major league teams to suffice our baseball appetite. And it's just getting old. What season, what year? We've all stopped following the Rockies. Well, next week we'll have a little update on UNC, the volleyball team. A couple tough matches this weekend coming up. One against nationally ranked Arizona State on Saturday. That should be interesting. And of course they play at nationally ranked CSU this next Tuesday. That should also be a big one until Lindsay Oates and her squad right about where they set and what they need to do to be around come postseason time, something they're accustomed to playing in. So we'll see how that goes. But in between now and next week, enjoy the temperatures. Realize you don't have to read about Brady for a while, but keep your ears tuned to Eaton, Colorado, the hot seat of Weld County. I'm looking forward to you next week. See ya.